Good. So I think the lighting's good. I think the sound is good and the picture is good. If it's not,
let us know
in the comment section over there.
There's one more light I can turn on.
Okay.
Sure.
But it's over there. Yeah. We're going to turn another light on just to see if that helps. I think that made a big difference.
Did it?
I think so.
Yes. Okay.
Better. Worth, good evening. Said, how was your day? So we're going to get into that.
We'll let everybody tune in and chime in here and give them a second. Steph and I are just getting settled in. You'll have to forgive us. Of course, you guys know that we have been doing a lot of shaking and moving the last weeks.
A couple of you guys said that it was a little choppy or blurry out of focus. So I tried to move the camera up closer. Maybe that makes a difference.
Is that better now? Yes.
William says you two look a little tired.
You can imagine.
We're going to fill you guys in on everything that's happened.
We may be tired, but we're super happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll let you guys all log in and join us before we get too deep. Because once we get into things, someone's going to be like, hey, I just joined you. What did I miss?
Oh, shit. Missed a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say, guys, we just got settled in. We've had a pretty good day today as far as for making content. It's been a motorcycle day, no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
William, hello, Concord, Oklahoma.
Guys. All right, you want me to kick it up now?
Monty Turner, good to see you from North Carolina.
What's up?
And I'm glad to have you on the Ornery One Elite, the Ornery Ass members.
Absolutely. We've got quite a few new members, and if you're on here tonight and you are new, we sure do appreciate you, because here at the Ornery One, we're like a big old juicy thick ass, and every time someone joins, our ass gets bigger because we are the Ornery Asses.
Jason from Mississippi, good to see you. Double A, watching from North Dakota. RJ, North Carolina.
Y'all keep on chiming in.
Very
All
cool.
These states y'all are telling us, I'm imagining them in my mind as we speak. And I have to say, we are sitting in one of my top favorite states as of now.
Although it screwed us.
Well, we got a little screwed today, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That happens from time to time.
If the video is a little choppy, I'm going to say that it's probably because of the internet, and I apologize. Hopefully you guys, hopefully it will clear up. We've got Mike Moore, of course, from West Virginia. What the hell?
Just roll on with it.
Virginia. And Yankee Rebel from Missouri.
What's up, guys?
Good to see you. And all of you members that are tuning in, thank you so much. Shane Coker in Alabama, Chad and Brandy, Larry Blevins, Kahuna, Shane Coker, Jason, of course. Thank you guys for joining us.
Sure does mean a lot to us, guys. We look forward to seeing you guys over Friday night. You Ornery Ass members, we're going to have to go live with just y'all, do our drawing and do some catch up. Please just hang in there with us. You guys are probably staying up with us anyway and seeing everything that we've done, we're doing, and we're fixing to do. So if you guys don't know, I am TJ Thompson. Sitting to my right is Stephanie Thompson. I am the Ornery One, and she is the Ornery Squaw. And together, well, we're just a little fucking ornery. And we show our life on this channel in a nutshell. That's what it is. And we're usually on a motorcycle. I mean, that's what it is. If you don't know, guys, quickly 8 years ago ish, starting to be, about lost Steph to a brain tumor in her fourth ventricle. Came on really quick. Had a 50-50 chance of making it. She pulled through, thank God. Lost all of our material things. Built us a tiny home. And with that, things kind of started going in a different direction, the direction that we wanted.
Yeah, and we get asked a lot, how do we stay on the road so much? And that's one of the main reasons.
No overhead.
Is because we have no overhead. We lost literally everything. We both drive my truck is 2013, his Jeep is a 1996, and we have a tiny house. The motorcycle is the only thing that we have that's brand new, that we bought brand new. Yeah, it was brand new. So yeah, I mean, we live on a very, very small budget, and that's a lot of what our content is, because we do try and live within our means, but also we want to take advantage of everything, and we want to explore, and we want to travel, and we want to share it with you guys. So that's where we're at.
And where we're at tonight is in Montana. The city that we're in, I don't know. Do you know the city we're in tonight?
We're in hold on, I know how you spell it, but I can't think of how you say it. Missoula.
So we're in Missoula, Montana. Last night we were in Hot Springs.
Thank you.
Montana for once. I maybe can remember something. And we've enjoyed Montana. We've been in Montana, it feels like forever, and there's a reason for that. I rode into the state, and I told Steph immediately after a couple gas stations and eating a couple times, I was like, these kind of like our people back home. Talk different.
Mm-hmm.
Eat different.
Yeah.
Ain't no damn sweet tea up here.
No sweet tea at all. And if you guys know, we like our sweet tea.
But as we've been going through this last few days, riding up in through here, I tell you what, I got a crush on Montana like I do that girl that's got all the curves in the crowd. And every time you take another look in a different position of looking at her, she just got something else that wows you. That's Montana. If y'all ain't rode Montana, ride Montana.
It's super, super pretty.
I am impressed.
The only downside, though, is cell phone service, as far as a content creator point of view, because I'm always trying to upload stuff, and I'm working off the back of the bike a lot and on the go. So we are in and out of these national forests. We're in and out of these wooded areas, BFE areas like we were last night. No cell phone service. So other than that, it's a beautiful state.
Oh,
so pretty.
So if I get asked what's my favorite state, I love home. I love riding the Ozarks. We'll showcase more of that later on. But to get out and ride a state, and I was going to pick one as of I sit here now, it will be Montana. I'll be back Montana. I like it. I like the people. And
if you guys can hear, we are both a little hoarse. We've been riding through smoke for 5 days. You guys know that there's all kinds of wildfires along the West Coast. And probably about 4 days straight, you couldn't really see the mountain ranges that were always talked about in like Glacier National Park, Yellowstone, Grand Tetons, all these. You couldn't see very far because of the thick smoke and stuff. And so, of course, that's all we're in for the last 5 days. So we're taking in a lot of water, rain, moisture, smoke, heat, and it's all coming right here through our filters.
We're having a gamut of different things coming at us throughout this ride. Mm-hmm. Stuff that I wasn't expecting. And like always, I always say, that bike, it'll make you or break you. And it's broke me a couple times this trip, but it's built me back up. We'll get there at Green Box, and we'll stop real quick about that.
Bougie kids.
Bougie kids. All right now.
First, I love your name.
I do too. Thank you so much. I love seeing that Green Box right there. And that Green Box is a 87 octane member right there. So that means our ass just grew. Sure do appreciate you so much for coming on. Your ass means a lot to us. You'll get some special perks. You can look into that a little bit later. We won't go into great detail right now, so we can carry on the live stream. Thank you so much.
Yes. So,
where the fuck did you start?
Okay, so last Friday night, you guys tuned in. If you didn't catch our last Friday night live feed, you can go check it out. We had left out of Sturgis, and we went live with you guys at Devil's Tower.
Oh, wasn't she pretty?
It was really pretty. We didn't have cell phone service down in like the valley where you actually enter the park to see Devil's Tower, but we went on up top the mountain there and pulled off to a little pull off area with Devil's Tower in the background, which was perfect. We just went live with you guys there on the side of the road, which was kind of a cool little experience for us. It was different.
Yeah, it worked out really well. So from there, guys, we had no plan really. We just started a direction. We knew we were thinking about Yellowstone.
Yes.
So we were cutting and running toward Yellowstone. And in the video, I don't think that one's out just yet. But
it's not out, but yeah, we were heading up north of Wyoming into Montana.
Yeah. Wow.
And we came across this
well, it was a sign on the side of the road
that said Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, turn left on Highway 16.
Our main goal was to hit up here at Glacier. Then we started talking about Yellowstone, and then we seen a sign that said Grand Teton. So I had heard about that all my life, and I had no idea what it was. I loved how it sounded. So in the video, it really shows. I mean, I almost missed a turn. We're like, do we go? Do we not go? And we're like, well, now's the time.
Yeah, because the exit was coming up.
You got to take a left now. And I was like, okay. So we turned left. Yeah. That's really cool. And I'm glad we did because we got to ride some rides we never would have. But in the meantime, we didn't really understand what that did for us. We're on a budget and we're watching everything pretty close. And we're running. Trying to have enough time in the day to cover ground, get to where we need to be to make content, and record these videos for you guys. So as we were doing that, we're coming across her, getting closer and closer. We couldn't afford no motels, so we didn't know what we were going to do because they were like $300-400. So what that ended up making us do is either ride less or ride a shit ton more until early in the morning. So we kind of governed it back a little bit. We're able to find some places that were questionable, I guess, when we pulled in, no doubt. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to be nice here. But we figured out that we do need to stick to somewhat of a plan because of a budget. If a man had whatever money he needed, you just, Jesus Christ, do whatever we wanted to do. But from there, we kept running, we ran, and we got into the Grand Tetons. We got to check that out. And then it just runs exactly back to back right into Yellowstone and then another park.
But there was something pretty cool between the two national parks.
Was there?
When we were leaving Grand Tetons and before we entered Yellowstone, we stopped and saw Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Like, out of what? Like, that's crazy. I've always read that. I mean, I've read it in history and learned it in school and all this, but like the fact that it was like 20 miles from us, we didn't even know exactly where it was at. It was just that night before we were looking on the map and I was like, holy shit. Old Faithful is like right there. And so
I thought she was talking about me. I was like, yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Every 90 minutes.
Sound off.
I'm just joking. So yeah, we were like, let's take this, and it set us back another hour and a half because as soon as we pulled up to Old Faithful,
everybody was coming out going, oh wow, you just missed it. I'm like,
fuck. Yeah, we just missed it by like 20 minutes and it goes off every 90 minutes, so we had another hour and 10 minutes or so.
So of course here we are hungry, right? We go, well, we'll go get us something to eat at the cafe. Well, like usual, when we walked in there, we just shut down 5 minutes ago. So we go over to the general store and we started scrummaging around and found us some boiled eggs.
I got a salad with a boiled egg. It was like a chef salad.
And I got some meat stick with some cheese. And we go out there in front of Old Faithful and start eating this. And you guys know it's sulfur there. That is the wrong food to pick.
I think they boiled those eggs in sulfur water, and then I think the egg was rotten also.
So the experience that we had there, it was cool. You need to go if you haven't gone. For me, we did it. Okay. And I'm proud of that. But the experience that I had leaving there was really fucking cool, guys. So after you leave and we're heading north. So you roll up out there and there's a lot more little geysers out and about on both sides of the road. It's got a white, like sandy salt look to it. It felt like we were running through like a zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool look around. So, I mean, the 360 was just in my head was just constantly just, oh shit. So after that, and then the views that we got after that is where I started getting more impressed.
Yeah.
We hear a lot of these roads are so grand. We go ride them. They are, but they don't last.
Well, like the Grand Tetons, we'd heard so much about Grand Tetons, and I looked it up as far as like, what does Tetons mean? What did that actually come from? And what's the history of that?
Yeah.
What should I even be looking for in the Grand Tetons besides mountains? But it was so smoky that you couldn't hardly see the mountain ranges.
It was bad.
So for us, our experience going through the Grand Tetons, it wasn't so great.
And everything's super fucking expensive, guys. Like, you have to eat, right? You got to get fuel. What do you expect? It's high. And right now with COVID stuff going on, if you go into one of the buildings, they're basically they are a government building.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in, you pay a lot for cafe tie.
It reminded me of a hospital cafe that we ate at, and that was the Grand Tetons Federal Building.
Not impressed at all, but we're hungry, so we go back there, we get our food. You couldn't eat inside the restaurant. It was to go, but you get in, then walk across the hall, and there's a bar that you could go in there and open your food up and eat in there. And then everybody
made no sense, right?
And then everybody was looking at us like we're dirty bikers anyway, so we go outside on the deck, which turned out just fine.
Yeah.
The temperature that day was pretty hot. It was like 80-something degrees, no wind at all. I mean, the smoke was just laying, just heavy, thick, dense smoke through there.
And that was cool because they're at the Grand Tetons Federal Building Resort, all that crap that you call it. You sit on the back and eat and overlook Jackson Lake. Okay, yeah, it was Jackson Lake Lodge. That's what it was called. And it was really pretty. Even though it was hazy and smoky, you couldn't see the mountain ranges, but you could overlook Jackson Lake, the big flat prairie land, kind of whatever you want to call it, and then the mountains, you could see where they had actually started. And you were talking about driving through all the geysers and how it made you feel like a zombie movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Sitting there, I could literally see dinosaurs running across. And like, I felt like I was in Jurassic Park, or I was like sitting on the side of like the casting scene of like some scene out of the movie. I don't know how to explain it other than like, it's surreal.
It's very grand.
It's unsurreal.
It is that. And that fact, that set and look was my highlight of that.
Yeah, that was, although we had cafeteria food.
Yeah. But, so, we're gonna push on to there. The video will come out. You guys will see it. We did it. We roll into Yellowstone. I don't know. It's cool. We see, Faithful. Cool. But like I said, after that, that's when I started getting excited.
Yes.
Like the road after that, going north, was pretty impressive. And the day was growing to the evening, which that's my favorite part of the day to ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I start coming alive a little bit more. My senses start perking up. I'm looking for animals. Everybody's like, watch out for. I mean, I had so many of you guys reach out to us and said, watch for animals. And we seen these areas where like, watch for animals next 30 miles. Bear aware, all this shit.
Bear country.
Okay, so
crossing,
you're gonna see on the center, like we're amped, we're looking, like the first animal we see, like we're gonna get that tattooed on us or some shit, we're being kids. I seen crows, a couple chipmunks, squirrel, of course some deer.
And antelope.
That was it. I mean, we just didn't see a whole lot of wildlife.
No elk. No beer. Oh, we did see elk at the very, very end. Off in a field. There was like a little herd. Yeah. But
so
disappointed.
The end of that ride though, guys, holy shit. It was running through this little town, I can't remember the name of it. It looks like it would have brothels in it back in the day. Mm-hmm. The elk were all out in the yard. There are hot springs up through there. It's a very posh little town. Couldn't afford to stay there. Right. So we just rode on through it. But you'll see the videos.
Yeah, we stayed that night, and I may be saying this wrong because it's been several days. Gardner, Wyoming. It was right at the end of Yellowstone and right at the Montana-Wyoming border. Right. But I think it was Gardner, something like that.
So anyway, she'll be having a video come out. You guys will be able to see that. Super amazing ride. Yeah, I would say it's worth doing. I mean, will I come back just to do that? No, I won't. I really won't. I did it. I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we'll have that in the library in our videos.
And going through Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, because they are back to back, for our motorcycle, it's $30 to get in, but then you'd have to turn around and come back out. Or if you go on through and pass through the Yellowstone National Park, it's another $30. So it is $60 if you want to ride that.
So,
which we do the lifetime, the annual type thingy.
Yeah. So that's something to be aware of. Another thing you'll see in the video too, I talk a lot about the cars. So it's limited how many people they're letting in.
Oh, that's at the Glacier.
I'm going to retract that. I'm wrong. That was yesterday.
Wrong part.
So, yeah, so going through there's tons of cars. And, of course, everybody wants to look and stop. And, of course, in your car, it's super easy to stop and look. And a motorcycle, you're not comfortable, of course. Don't want anybody coming up behind you. So
your senses are firing when you're on a motorcycle compared to in a car. So, like, you can't, yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Fuck off. Did you hear that?
Don't know.
She heard that.
Yeah.
So you got to be patient with the cars and the people. You know, I mean, you really do. That's like everywhere. But, I mean, it's really thick there. Everybody pays to go enjoy it. And, by God, they're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you got to be patient. So, okay, we did that. We moved on from that. I was happy. I was so ready to get up in here.
Yeah, so
you could tell. After
Yellowstone, we actually stayed the night in that little town right after Wyoming line. And I think it was like 180 miles towards Glacier National Park. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing we were excited about because our buddy Scott, all throughout Sturgis, was talking about this road that he rode on.
Would not shut up about it.
He went on and on and on. He got his GoPro and he recorded and he showed us his video.
I don't know. I was just like, dude, okay. And then he, like I said, he just wouldn't shut up. And I was like, okay, I'll go ride the road.
We love you, by the way, Scott. Yeah. But
so that's what we did. So yesterday, we rode up into Glacier. Mm-hmm. We have our pass to get in, but yet they're restricting people from getting in between, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning, some shit, till 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't know.
Yeah, they're making you do a reservation ticket that you can only reserve online. Your ticket, and it's only $2. So it's not person. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but they're trying to limit the amount of traffic within that park there because it's so popular. So they're trying to limit it between that time frame because of course it's peak time for COVID and also for parking because as we seen there was no parking spots anywhere hardly.
Yeah. So anyway, you'll see in the video how we handled that. We won't really show that right now, no. But we got in when we wanted to get in so we could make our video because we're also watching rain because rain had moved through that morning and we were watching that because as that front came through, it cleared some of that smoke out. So we're trying to get this good video to produce for you guys to watch. So the last few days, the week before that, it sucked, guys, because we don't have the views we want to be able to show off. So we're holding back a little bit, watching the weather. And the weather moves through. Well, when the weather moves through, of course, temperature comes down, which is fine. And then the moisture set in, which I think helped dampen all the smoke. And it worked because as we timed it and the rain passed, we were able to cut through yesterday. I think we started the ride around 2 o'clock or so. And it's like by the time you make the pass through there and get to the other side, 77 miles. But the ride itself, as we got through there, it really opened up to like a big ass lake on your left. You can see in some of our posts that we posted today. And I was really getting ramped up about it. And I thought, well, I told Steph, I was like, I'm going to get all wound up and it's going to let me down, you know. And I was like, well, we're going to push on. As we pushed on, it did not let us down. It, on the road to the sun, is that correct?
Going to the Sun Road.
God, going to the Sun Road. What the fuck? You just name it simple.
I know. Say that it's right there with the $1 Million Highway. In my opinion. Are you disagreeing? Let me say why. Let me tell them why. Okay. I would say that it's right there with it because not necessarily view for view, but the Glacier National Park and then going to the Sun Road had the rocks, the mountains, but it also had the trees and nature and wildlife and the river. So the $1 Million Highway, it's rocks and mountains and roads. So there's not like greenery and like trees and like all this robust nature and lush greenery incorporated with it. And that's what I love.
Yes. And we had some waterfalls on this ride.
And some waterfalls, which there was waterfalls on $1 Million Highway.
Oh, it's true. They had weeping walls on this ride.
Oh, yeah, they had, yeah.
So I think I am. I'm going to, you know, the $1 Million Highway is pretty impressive, but I think I'm going to go ahead and say that I would rather run this ride going the road to the sun. Did I say it right?
No.
Fuck. The Sun Road. I think I'd pick it. I really do.
Why would you say that? I thought you were going to disagree with me.
No, I thought you were going to disagree with me. I thought you were going to hold up and say that the $1 Million Highway was kind of a little bit more, you know, on it though, there's no guardrails or anything. So if you're on that correct side, it makes that butthole pucker.
Yeah.
And on this road, what they've done to maintain it, and it's like the rock face on the one side there toward the cliff side where you're up against the rock. They've tucked that concrete and asphalt up in those rocks. It's
crazy.
They've done
weird how they've done that.
They've done so good.
It's almost like they made the road and then they put the rock on top of it.
They've done so good, and the layout of everything is all natural. Like they use all natural materials, like you say. Steph read and explained more about it in the video you'll see coming out.
Yeah, they didn't want to use any dynamite within the Glacier National Park because of how much damage it would do. So there were a few areas where like smaller amounts of dynamite was used, but in reality, they wanted to use all natural resources for like the guardrails, the bridges, the sidewalls, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
It is, and there's a couple tunnels through there. I mean, you really got it all, and you're able to stop too. They've let it play out in a way where you can stop, and you have places to stop. A lot of these roads, you might have one or two places, and you might have one like clear, good angle to get a good picture or video from. Yeah. Not this road. You're going to catch multiple places to get just great shots. Once again, now there's quite a few cars on the road. It'd be really cool if they just like shut it down just for motorcycles for like a week or something. That'd piss people off.
But it'd be so awesome.
But then you'd probably have people running hard. Anyway, So yes, we are I'm happy and I'm content on what we've done so far. This video that we did, hopefully it's going to turn out just amazing. You did great on the $1 Million Highway. I think this video is going to be pretty badass.
Yeah, talking about videos, I just released day 8, which was 17 for us. But the 8th day, which was the last card pull of the poker run riding into Buffalo Chip. So that video is posted.
So
like I said, that's day 17, and right now we're sitting at day 31.
I think so.
So day 17, day 31. I'm a little behind schedule.
So, we talk about that too. If you guys don't know, we're on a Great Escape. The Great Escape is 13,000 miles, 54 days on the bike, Guinness World Record poker run, and 4 events.
Yes.
There's no doubt it's been a great escape.
Yeah. Before we get into the last day here in Montana, I was going to catch up on some comments.
Sounds good.
I'll just start from the bottom and go back. I was going to say, Buck Champ, it's good to see you on here. I hope you're doing good. Been thinking a lot about you. Gary, also, he said, after seeing $1 Million Highway video, it's going to take a lot to beat it, in my opinion. I just want to give a shout out to Gary and your wife. Hope she's doing better today. And we're thinking about you guys. Double A, going to the Sun Road is awesome, but it's so ridiculously crowded. Totally agree. And I think that's one of the main reasons they're trying to do that whole ticket thing. And I think they just started that this year. But
yeah, but it's worth it.
And it's kind of shitty because you have to go online to like reservations.gov. You don't even go to like the National Park website. Anyways, and you have to buy your ticket online, but you do have to buy it in advance. And it's like first come, first serve, basically. So if you want to go ride it tomorrow and you go online and there's the tickets for that day, the allotted amount already sold out, you're either going to have to go before that time frame or wait until 5 p.m. and go after that time frame. Kind of sucks.
It's bullshit. Whatever. We deal with what we deal with because we love our country and we do what we do.
Yes. Journey of Jerry went his Hot Springs rally. So we're going to be ending our ride in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And that rally is September. I have my calendar down here. September 8th through the 11th. So we will be there that whole weekend, the second weekend of September.
Yeah, guys, come see us. We'll be hanging out there at, I believe, the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to catch us as well there at Madison's tent from Arkansas Law Tigers. We'll be hanging out with him. We're excited to see everybody.
Yes.
And we'll announce exactly when we'll be there as well.
Mm-hmm. Tyrell Campbell, it's good to see you on here. It's nice meeting you at the last
nice meeting the man.
Whenever that was, Sturgis. It feels like it's been forever, but it was just like a week ago.
Yeah. And I mean, we had an amazing, yesterday was really cool though. We rolled up and Steph found us a really cheap Airbnb, which didn't turn out to be so cheap, but $98. We found this really cool place in Hot Springs, Montana. So we're just talking about Hot Springs, Arkansas, which got a cool little story to talk about that too, the cross-pollination of the two there. But anyway, we found this really cute Airbnb, totally us. It'll be in the video as well. And then they had like 3 or 4 bars within a block. And guys, this is out in the middle of nowhere.
You remember the population?
200. So it is a very cool place. If you're looking for something like this, you'll see in the video that I'm definitely pinning it on the map, and I would go there. Everybody there was super respectful, kind, and nice. A lot of travelers we met, not a lot, wasn't a lot of people, but there are travelers like us traveling through.
And it was on Flathead Reservation.
Yeah.
I think it's Flathead Reservation. But what I was going to say is, even on the Airbnb listing, when the cottage, we were reading it and stuff like that, and down at the bottom, she said, please take a picture of these directions or write them down, because once you get close to our town, there's no self-service.
Nothing.
There's nothing there.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But there is something there. Solitude.
Yeah.
And
it was cool.
we have been, we're tired. You know, we've been on the road for 30-something days now, and Sturgis, we absolutely threw it down and had a great time with all of our sponsors and all everybody that we met hanging out. And then cutting across through here and being able to record and talk and record and get this video, make sure we got that. And so last time, and right now, we're needing to just kind of shut down a little bit. So Steph found this, thought, you know, it was great. But what we found out is we didn't know more to get into our Airbnb, and we started just getting this feeling like, hell yeah, this is our kind of place. Let's go explore. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't know more than shot our boots, and that's the door we went. And we went bar hopping these little bars and had a blast. Crazy shit happened last night. It's us.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Totally
it's
was
a
us.
very, very cool town.
Yeah.
And it has lots of history. Like I said, it's on a reservation. It's small. Everyone knows everyone. No self-service.
Anyway, there was a lot of drinks and some tits and some good music, thanks to us playing it through the jukebox.
Yeah, I think I was the only person that knew how to work the jukebox or something.
So it was the Montana bars, what we ended up there. And they had a little jukebox, and they had Wi-Fi there, so we were able to hook up to it. And we had a fucking party.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We threw down last night.
It was a lot of fun. Terry Stevenson, thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate that so very much. And then, of course,
we were actually, the Airbnb was so cheap. Like you put on the story, and if you guys didn't catch it, it was $98, and that was after tax. So it was super cheap. And last night we went out, and I was like, you know what? We should just check and see if they have the availability for tomorrow, because it's super cheap. We have an extra day or two that we can goof off from here until Born Free. We'll just check. Well, we got in late. The Wi-Fi that she had offered us, it didn't work. So we had no way of checking to see if there was availability. So this morning, I'd reached out to her and asked her if they had an opening for tomorrow. And unfortunately, she'd already booked it. So we were like, fine. Checkout was at noon. We get up slowly because, of course, we don't have to leave until noon. We are making great time. And we go to leave.
Yeah, we go leave.
And we don't go very far.
So we jumped on the bike, and had everything loaded. And, of course, there's some chick walking by, older lady who had barely any clothes on, that said something to us. And I'm like, what? And I'm looking at her ass as she walks by, and I'm like, so Twilight Zone here. And deers are walking around, and I hear somebody yodeling off, and just a bunch of shit going on. Roll the bike backwards. Steph hops on, and we're on a dirt road there, and we take up off the dirt road, and I was like, I knew I drunk some last night. I know in the mornings I'm a little slow and things are a little stiff. So, but boy, that front end felt heavy. And I was like, oh, man. So we got off the dirt road and make a left, and you're right there on the main street. And we pulled up right there in front of the bar that we threw down on that last night. And I told Steph, I said, hon, I think we got a flat tire. So what we found out as we got to looking is we had this little dude right here. A little screw was in that front tire. So,
and we're in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone service.
No cell phone service, didn't know what to do. And coming into that town last night, I'd seen the sheriff sitting down there. And sure enough, he was sitting in there again. So I rode down a block. He was sitting there, and I rode up beside him. He was on the phone talking to his daughter. She's border patrol, actually. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I was like, man, we got a flat. And he got to asking us where we're from. Well, come to find out, he didn't live far from home where we live out of Missouri, though. Yeah. And then we got to talk about being in Hot Springs, and they got a call yesterday to them about somebody calling in. Something was going on in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So it was pretty cool. We got talking, about where we're from, what we do, some about the kids, some about his kids. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take you down here to the gas station. That is the tire service. And the old boy that owns it's the mayor of the town. Come on down here and see if he can't help you out. So here we are, ornery ass motherfuckers like us, getting led down by chief of.
We probably still smell like whiskey from the night before.
Yeah, and we're rolling down there into the tire shop that's owned by the mayor. Yeah. So that's what we did, and so they're super good people. And got talking about, well, they couldn't do nothing with a motorcycle tire. So they said, well, we'll call old Joe Bob down here down the road and see if he can do something for you. I get on the phone with him. I was like, hey, Joe Bob. I said, can you help me with this motorcycle tire? He goes, what kind of motorcycle you got? I said, 2019 Road Glide Special. Oh, really? He goes, well, you got anything done to it? I said, I told him about my mods. After I got done, he told me about his motorcycle. And then
Speaking of all this, I have to stop you because Brandy, you bring up a good point. She said, at least you have cell phone service to call.
Who did?
You did, to call Joe Bob and Jim.
No, we had to use our landline phone.
But I eventually thought, why don't I get my hotspot out that never fucking works? Yes,
you girls got to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm in my damn story. Brandy, she punched me in the shoulder right now.
Yeah,
she's here. So after I told him about my mods, and then he told me about his Harley Davidson, he then told me that he couldn't help me either. It's like, all right. So the officer's there. He's like, what are you going to do, man? I was like, I don't know. We have roadside assistance steps out there on the roadside assistance call, trying to figure it out. And then she calls the insurance. I call insurance back home, talk to Lisa, and Lisa says, where are you at? I told her, and she looked it up. She's like, son of a bitch, TJ. Y'all out in the middle of damn nowhere. And I was like, I know, but I need help. And I said, nobody can help us here. She said, well, I'll give you a direct line. So I called direct line to get this real. Sound like a real pretty girl on the phone, super sweet. She couldn't help me either. She gave me another phone number, so I called that phone number. Then when I got a hold of that phone number, I got a hold of somebody I couldn't understand how the fuck they were talking. Had no idea what they were saying. Worked our way through that. 30 minutes later, well, they put me over on somebody else. Well, that somebody else, I could understand what they were saying, and I put her on speakerphone. Well, the whole time I was on speakerphone, I was looking at Steph, and I said, I'm going to get my tool bag out. And I've got a fucking plug in there. I'm going to plug that tire. We'll throw some air in it. We're going to make it on down the road. But in the meantime, I had to share my location so they can find us on the GPS in case they need to come get us. Well, after we come find out, a roadside assistant was going to cost us about $250.
And probably a 4-hour wait because we were 70 miles from where we wanted to go.
From a dealer.
And from a wrecker.
In the meantime, we're telling this lady, said, thank you so much. Can we save the call? But we think we might do something else. She said, sure. So we saved the call. I got busy. Steph got to recording, make some good content. I put that thing right there, I plugged it, and got over there and put some air in the tire. And then it was like, okay, so we need to go 70 miles to Grizzly, Harley Davidson, here where we're at now. And Missoula. Shouldn't be a problem. Plugged front tire. Now, is plugging the tire the best thing? Absolutely not. But we were in a situation, that's what we did. So I kicked the speed down. Love Montana because speed limit's 70. You can run 80 or 90. And I don't give a shit. But I didn't because I got my sweetheart on the back of the bike and trying to be good. So I keep about 55, 60 miles an hour. In the meantime, I knew that we were outrunning the weather. And the weather kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I told Steph, I was like, well, shit, we're going to get caught in this damn thunderstorm. And the damn plug's going to roll out, and then we're going to be flat. No, we're not be able to just put a plug in and I'll be able to get air. I should have my little canister filters, but I don't. So we're watching the storm, and I thought I'd just kick that old road glide up, and that's what I did. Kicked it up to about fucking 90. I thought, well, plug, hang in there. And we did. We sped ass down the road. We should have been about 10 minutes earlier, but we weren't. Got to a casino where it seems like we always stop. It's a damn casino. Pulled up the casino and asked sweet little love outside. I said, can I put my bike underneath the awning here? And she goes, no, you can't. You can put your bike at the other end of the awning, and that's okay if you turn to the right direction. Well, the awning was like a snow cone. When it got there to the end, it wasn't going to do no damn good, but I listened to what she said, and I went and put the bike there. It rained like hell, and we went inside to get something to the casino. I had diarrhea. So I had to go take a diarrhea and scared a little dude next to me in the stall. He thought it was a grizzly bear in there. Got outside and ordered the food and gave them both our order. We waited about an hour, and I got my beef and cheese.
You got
taco salad, and Steph didn't get anything. So they apologized because they're short-staffed and you better keep your mask up. So we sat there and waited for her to get her chili covered.
It was the Indian taco.
Indian food. So we got that done, choked that down. It was pretty good. Expensive, of course. Thought I'd go gamble, but Steph looked at her app and said, "Hon, your app sucks. Mine's better than yours, and we better thread the needle." So what we do? We ran out there and jumped on a bike, turned it up, got on downtown. I finally made it into Grizzly Harley Davidson there. Friendly enough. Pulled her bike in. Did not have the tire I wanted. Had to go with a stock Dunlap, which you guys know I do not like. I wanted the American Elite, but they didn't have one. So what we had to end up doing after tax and labor and everything else is what? $370 something for this little dude right here. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm answering everything I can on social media because we're getting behind. I do not want to miss that screw because I'm going to fucking frame that little bastard.
It's a very expensive screw.
Well, and it does happen. It has a great story, and it all turned out. In the meantime, I'm answering all the social media platforms that I can because we've been, well, without internet for a little bit. Get even more hungry to get back to this motel. The motel here really sucks. And I hate the fact that they say that they have 2 stories, but yet they don't have an elevator. And I'm just getting to the point where I don't want to carry my shit up downstairs anymore. And I tell Steph, if they don't give us a damn room floor, we'll just delete our room.
They put me on the 2nd floor, and I said, "Where's your elevator?" And she said, "We don't have one." I said, "Okay, well, I would like to cancel our reservation because I'm going next door."
We just ain't in the mood.
And then she's like, "Oh, wait, no, I can put you on the 1st floor."
Yeah, so that's what we did. Got checked into the room, getting ready to go live, which we're doing right now. I told Steph, I'm really hungry because that casino food didn't fill me up. So she sat here and took her little nap, got everything ready, and I went on over to the grocery store or the gas station, got us some water tonight. Went to the DQ down the way here. Cute little old girls behind the counter said, "What do you want to eat?" And I told them. What we ended up with was a cold double cheeseburger and a piece of chicken with a bunch of stuff on it, didn't we? We choked it down, and then here we are sitting talking to y'all. That's how my day's been.
He did pick this up for me at the gas station.
Super sweet that way. So, tomorrow, we're onward.
Tomorrow better be a very, 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 very fun, relaxed, yet fun day.
Actually, today was great. I mean, everything went smooth. They were good to us.
It's just a lot a lot fucking happened, and it was eventful day.
It's a motorcycle
and we only
day.
went 72 fucking miles.
It's a motorcycle day. It's a motorcycle day.
But and it was probably the most expensive day on the road that we've had, and we've gone the least amount of distance.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. But this is part of it, guys. I think I'm going to look into. I heard there's some insurance and stuff like that. Next time we get a bike that they cover rims and tires. I don't know. Another thing, I'm going to look into all kinds of stuff. We're learning as we're going here. Also, I'll always have a plug kit, and I will always have those cylinders that you can hook on there to fill your tire up.
Yeah, because that's one thing that we were worried about. We were thankful that the sheriff got us to the tire shop of the town, and we were able to go ahead and plug it and air it up. But if we were to make our way on down 72 miles, which over half of it still didn't have internet service or cell service, if the plug did come out and go flat, we would be in the middle of nowhere with no landline, with no air compressor.
Holy shit. Well, I actually have to deal with life yourself. It always works out. And we have a great story. We're just loving it. So you guys are seeing us as we just come in off the road dealing with all this. Not that it's that bad.
You guys said we look a little tired.
Yeah,
I'm a little tired today.
We might be a little tired. And remember, guys, that we got a lot of stuff going on at home as well. We got all those ones, and Steph is keeping everything going on all of our websites, on our website, and all of our social media, getting videos out. I want to give a big shout out to Steph because she's been staying up to 2 or 3 o'clock every morning working on these videos. So the going out and just living it large, it's not happening now because we want to produce and make this content for you guys. So it's really turned into its own.
I just know that if I don't do a little bit every single day and try and do at least one video a day, I still have like 5 or 6 videos from the East Coast Loop.
And
Bentley Saloon in Maine, I haven't got that produced.
And
the Kangamanga Highway, I haven't got that produced.
We've learned something too. If I'm not able to record and make content, I get pissy. Like that is an outlet for me. Like
so we are completely yin and yang.
Yeah, because every day I have to produce some kind of content.
And I'm like, stop! I don't need any more content.
I feel like we're doing it, and I'm wanting to show everybody what we're doing. So I'm not going to stop.
I know that.
It's just So to be saying that we're tired, yeah. Are we having fun and loving life? Absolutely. Yeah. Would we change anything? No. Will we do it again? Yes.
Oh, the best part of today, though, through all of this bullshit. I wonder
if he's going to bring it up.
All of this craziness. Drum roll. Drum roll.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I saw a bear.
She saw a bear and I didn't see it.
I saw a bear. Yeah.
Saw a bear.
I saw a bear in the wild.
Saw a bear
in its natural habitat.
First time she's ever saw a wild bear.
Other than, in a zoo, on TV,
in bed,
or on a tree cam. First time I saw a bear.
I'm jealous as hell.
I know you are.
Now listen, there's 2 things I want to see. Well, there's 3 things I want to see.
Boobies.
Well, I seen them last night. Check that off. I want to see I want to see a whale. That's the largest.
I would like to see a whale.
All right. I want to see a whale. I want to see a Kodiak or a grizzly bear.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see a big old damn moose.
Yeah, so we have elk at home, but moose are supposed to be a bit bigger.
Fuck yeah, they're big.
And they are more aggressive. Elk are more tame.
Don't get me lying. I ain't messing with none of them. Definitely not going to go get my picture.
We had this discussion with Jeff Pratt and them when we went up to Vermont and Maine for Laconia.
Yeah, so anyway, Steph did get to see her bear. We got some going on in the chat.
Yes, thank you so much, Worth. Thank you so much for your super chat. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Worth. And you asked me the other day, I did answer you back about how the old bike's running. I don't think it's ever ran any better. You guys know that we did throw some new exhaust on there. Chrome Works, put the 2-in-1 into 2.
Yes.
And we've really been enjoying that. It's a totally different sounding machine now. He did tell me, walk me through it. It'll be on the video about everything that exhaust does to help your motor. And the bike has been running extremely good. I told you the other day that we were able to get good fuel up in here. The last couple of days, we've been in some places where we haven't been able to get the best fuel, and the old bike's still pulling hard and running great. Not missing a beat. So super proud of that old Road Glide. And we ran with some other bikes here lately too. Now I've got to admit, when we come up on other bikes, I might gouge a little bit, just kind of show off. But I figure they'll gouge ours too to show off back.
It'd be a good fun competition.
Yeah, and our old bike does pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Ryder X Joe, good to see you. He said, "Hey guys, it's been a while. Are you going to Oktoberfest this year? Do you think it will be canceled?"
Shit, dude. God, thank you so much for that super
Thank
chat.
you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Now you're talking about
So-
Florida. You know, we just got out of Florida.
Oktoberfest is October 12th through the 17th.
Are we going to be there?
It is the weekend happening after Ride the Ozarks, which is our rally at home that we are involved with. We're very proud of our Ozark riding. And yeah, are we going to be there?
That I can't answer truthfully. I guess what we're going to do right now is watch the pocketbook. The pocketbook is going to determine a lot because Steph and I are, of course, 54 days on the road, 13,000 miles.
It's not cheap.
It's not been cheap. We knew it wasn't going to be cheap, but this is what we're doing this year. Like this, I want to do that this year. This is our thing. I want to show this.
We do a lot of things that we hadn't done before.
Ever done before. So we'll be there if our pocketbook has the cash.
Yes. Jeremy and Alicia, thank you so much for your super chat. Hate that y'all have a rough day, but glad you're safe.
Oh yeah. And listen, we're just complaining and bitching. A screw in your front and any tire ain't no big thing.
Yes.
We're just giving each other hell, and we're, you know, it's a little different. What we got a kick out of it is, you know, actually being out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and of course, that's when you get to screw in your tire. You know what I mean? It's the great escape. It's the unexpected shit that happens. But we actually made some really good friends and some great contacts and memories. And it's going to be in the video. It made great content. We're super fun. So
I hope you guys had a great time in Sturgis also.
yes, hope you did. And you got to remember, guys, we had an amazing time last night. So a little of this may be just a little bit of us kind of wore out from a good night of
I'm not really even,
springs.
I mean, I don't feel a hangover at all. Just lack of sleep and then all the events one after another. And it was just like, oh, wait, no, you can't call your insurance because you have no insurance. No cell phone service.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, no, you're out of region because you're out in BFE.
Yeah, the insurance, I mean, that was just a joke. I mean, I'll be honest with you. So at the end of the day, it pays off to have mags on your bike, have plugs, and be able to way to air that tire up. It just goes to show you. But there's always people out there to help. I'm sure, you know, it's just like I said in the video, it's gonna make some great content. We're gonna look back on it.
Yeah.
It'll be a good day.
El Buffalo, thank you so
Hey,
much
man.
for your super chat. Also, thank you very much.
Hope we get to see y'all in Four Corners. We know y'all are busy. Looking forward to Four Corners. If you guys don't know, right now, Steph and I will be making our way on down to Los Angeles, Silverado, to Born Free. We will be there. If anybody has a hookup or anywhere to stay, please let us know. We have no idea where we're staying during that time. I'm sure it's going to be expensive as hell. So, yeah, we had some people like, I think it's 2 days. It's a 2-day event or 3-day. I'll have to look exactly. I don't know. But
Born Free?
Born Free.
It's 2 days.
2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where we're sleeping and all that stuff depends on how long we're going to be there. We'll definitely be there. When, I don't exactly know. And when are we leaving? I don't exactly know, but I do know when we leave there, we'll be making our way out to the Joshua Tree, making our way up to our buddy, the Mulligans. Can't wait to see you guys. And then hanging out with them, and then we'll be riding with Casey, the Mulligans. I don't know who else. Maybe it's just us.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll be making our way out to Four Corners. And then after Four Corners, we'll be making our way down to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
I was going to read this. El Buffalo, when we were talking about elk and moose and all that, he said, I'm going to scroll back down because it's disappearing. A moose will stomp you into the dirt, an elk will run you over, and a buffalo will rip your pants off.
Yeah, so El Buffalo, you'll rip the pants off somebody.
if you guys hadn't watched that little clip, was it last year maybe in Sturgis?
I think.
If you guys have never been to Sturgis, there's a lot of things out there about don't pet the fluffy cows. And that's no joke. Just don't get off your motorcycle and approach a herd of buffalo or any wild animal because you can't predict what they're going to do. But anyways, yeah, buffalo charged this girl and ripped her pants off and knocked her out. Yeah. Last year. Brady said it was last year.
Was it last year? I said trying to think.
Moonshine said, have you guys looked into Bunker Biker? I have looked.
Yes.
I have looked into that.
So, and I'm sure that's a good thing. Now, I'm going to tell you, guys, a few years ago, Steph and I did like 2 people on 2 wheels, $2,000, 2,000 miles, 2 events, only staying with people that follow us online. Okay. We had some experiences there. For me, at the end of the day, especially if we've really rode hard and how much recording we've done, how much we've been in it to make the content, I have to shut down. I have to just kind of withdraw from everybody and I need to shut down. And I always know when we go to rallies or we're showing up somewhere at a bike show or an event that we have to be on. So I have to take these moments and really shut down. If I go to someone's house, I'm not going to shut down. I'm going to feel obligated if they want to sit there and drink till 3 o'clock in the morning. By God, I'm going to sit there at 3 o'clock in the morning with them. I'm going to eat their spicy food. I'm going to pet their fuzzy cat.
Their fluffy
I'm going to go look at all their bikes. I'm going to look at their trucks. I'm going to go to the neighborhood bar. And then I get caught up in all that. So I think it's a great idea. And at times I think that would be really good for us. Here on this trip, though, a lot of this has been just Steph and I kind of doing the great escape. So not that I don't want to be around people, but at a point of the day there, here lately, us running as hard as we are doing what we're doing, I need to decompress.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disrespect anybody coming to someone's house. But would we do that? Absolutely. And I think that's an amazing thing they've got going. I think it's kick-ass, and it's the way it should be. Mm-hmm. But now, if I would let myself do that, of course we'd make new friends and new acquaintances and all that. But right now, I need to do this.
So, Terry, you brought up a good point, too. Camping.
Yeah.
So that was
great.
That was actually going to be a big part of our great escape was camping. However, day 12 into this, our tour pack busted. And we were in Little Rock, Arkansas. We were riding from Little Rock, Arkansas to Eureka Springs. You guys know we live just like 30 minutes from Eureka Springs. So we had our kids at home drive over that day and visit with us and hang out and all that. Because our tour pack busted out, we went ahead and unloaded a lot of our shit and sent it back home with them. Just because we didn't know if we were going to get a tour pack, when it was going to be, so we were trying to lighten our load. We sent our tent, our sleeping bags, and our sleeping mats back home. However, we got a new tour pack. So we even said, we may need you guys to ship this back out to us somewhere because it does get expensive here.
Yeah.
But camping is a great way. If you can get away with camping on the bike, super
absolutely.
cheap.
And be careful on that too, because we've seen sites go for $40, $45.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of it is a little outrageous. So you kind of have to watch it too, especially if we're throwing up a damn tent.
Yeah.
So then here we are again.
We need electricity, so we need to camp at a KOA probably that has, or a campground that offers campsites.
So the last 24,
which is really not hard to.
No, it's not hard to do at all. And the lack of being able to get online, as we've seen, we weren't able to get online for like 24 hours or so. Holy shit, today's been a major fucking catch-up day.
We have all kinds of problems going on.
Well, I mean, that goes to show you how much we are working the social media platforms. And whenever we're offline for that long, the repercussion of it is a lot of catch-up.
Yeah.
You know, emails and talking to everybody, being able to call all the people I needed to call today just over that amount of time. Mm-hmm. Some things have happened that we need to stay on track with. So camping, absolutely. And we're nothing against that. And actually, it's great camping weather up here.
Yeah, Larry Blevin said $45 is average in California with 2-night minimum. Yeah,
that's kind of what we're running into. And to me, man, that's just, be honest, that's bullshit. That's expensive for me to throw a damn tent up. And some of that, there is no electricity. You just,
right.
They mow the place.
See, I'm used to, like, on the Buffalo River, you can camp anywhere along the Buffalo River on national land.
Yeah.
If it's at least 100 feet from a designated camp area, you can camp for free.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you're using their resources, bathrooms and stuff like that, in places to keep up.
Pay, like, and I think it's only like $10 or $12 a night.
Yeah, and something else I was going to say, I seen a post earlier that they're. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly true, but they're expecting tonight snow in Beartooth, which we didn't get to run that because, well, we're trying to do Teton, Yellowstone, get up here to Glacier, so we were just running out of time, and of course, we got the bike serviced a few days ago at Yellowstone, Harley-Davidson too. So that day was about the bike. Today was about the bike. So there's a couple of days there that we had to do some maintenance.
I was gonna do a couple of posts.
Yeah, so we were talking about this earlier because we were offline for a little while. We can't get on, and we post when we can, or it posts when we come in because she'll have it made up. We haven't been answering any comments or doing anything on our post. So like right now, she's just brought up Instagram, and it's pretty cool because as of today on Instagram, we're at 9,900.
Does this focus?
Probably not. It just makes fucking hard. Anyway,
a white screen.
Anyway, at the top there, it says our following there is 9,900. And this has been an ongoing thing that I don't really talk about, but I've been wanting to reach 10,000 forever. And
we want to reach 10,000 on Instagram, mainly for one thing.
Swipe up. So we can swipe up. It's just, now that Steph and I set little goals, this has been for years. But I'm very proud of this. I want to say to all y'all, every one of our followings on all of our platforms is all natural. None of our followings or likes are bought.
I'm not going to buy 100 followers for $15 so I can get the swipe up feature. We both want all of our platforms to grow naturally and organically.
We want it to be fucking real because
we're real. You guys are real. We're all like.
We can all go see those profiles that have tons of fucking following, but no engagement, no likes on our shit. So once again, proud of us for sticking to our guns and being who we are. And we're 100 away from 10K.
But we did want to bring this up and kind of go over a couple of posts and maybe answer a couple of questions. Brandy said non-GMO social media, just like your beard.
Non-GMO, all natural, baby. That's right, Brandy.
Mr. Pings, what happened to What's Between Your Legs videos?
Nothing.
So, actually, absolutely nothing. Before we left out, I did have a gentleman who sent me 3 videos. One of him and his bike, and I believe his son and his bike, and maybe his brother. And that actually puts me at enough to put together our next video. But it's been like 8 months that it's taken me to get seven of you guys videos. So send me a short clip.
So
you can send it to me on email or Dropbox or even on social media. Record, I don't know, 30 seconds of
this way.
You and your bike. Tell me what it is. Tell me what her name is, what mods you've done or what you're wanting to do, or if you actually absolutely just hate the bike. Tell me why you hate it. Because we did do a series of what's between your legs, and I loved it. I love to see other people, what they ride and why they ride that, and then of course, who doesn't like to brag about what they ride, what their bike is.
Yeah, so nothing's happened to the video. We'll still be making the videos. It's just y'all got to send your shit in. Because without your shit, we have no content to post on the videos. So send your shit in, we'll make more.
Yeah.
But you have to be patient. Because you know that we're on the road right now for 54 days, 13,000 miles. So you send it in, it'll be there. And then when we get back home, we get caught up, Steph will make another video of that.
Yes.
Or however many of the videos, just keep going. Y'all send it in.
Just keep them coming.
So on our social media platforms, we thought we would kind of go through and answer some of the questions on some of the posts. Pick out the most popular post, and I believe it's Yellowstone. The picture of Steph and I at Yellowstone with the old road glide turned on her to a pretty side turned toward us. Pretty side toward turning.
Actually,
titties turned toward. Oh, you're going way back. Yeah, you got to do all that.
I was just looking at which one was the most.
Yellowstone.
These two, this one,
yeah,
and this one are pretty close to each other.
Okay, so there's one that I thought was going to be an amazing picture. That was my idea. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're at the Loud American, and Steph and I are 10 shoots to the wind. And there was a little bouncer dude, and I was like, hey, man, we're going to set up the trash cans. I want you to line up right here and get the Harley Davidson picture, put that light behind that. And he's like, okay. And he did it. And we made a post sitting there. So
some of the comments.
Let's go over some of the comments.
All right, her two wheels. This is giving me 2017 Rock on the Range blackout vibes.
Where the hell has she been? I don't know what you're talking about. But
Rock on the Range.
You've been somewhere I haven't, and you probably got a story to tell me.
Let's see. Nice, cool, dark spot to regroup.
That's what she said.
Good way to get away from the bright lights in the crowd. Chops ahoy. Let's see.
Thank you.
Sums up Harley Davidson pretty accurately.
Let's gotta give Harley Davidson hell, right?
Journey of Jerry says, I'd hate to have to dump those trash cans. GP 1544 says, this is a perfect example of live your life. Enjoy every moment of it. Share it with the ones you love, and rest where you can and you are comfortable. As long as you are satisfied and happy, it doesn't matter what else anyone else thinks or says.
I'll agree with
that. 333 Moto Vlog says, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Too funny. Okay, so those are just kind of comments. But as far as questions, this one right here. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Someone just said, hope you rode the Bear too fast.
Oh, we didn't ride it. We rode everything else.
Someone said you should have timed your ride for street vibrations in Reno.
Holy shit, I can't time it for everything.
2 Wheels 4 Paws heading there this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hoover Dwayne says we're looking at doing that next year, after or before Sturgis. If you can, totally do it.
Do it all night long.
All
night long. All right, this is
Billy Gringo, Maine to go. Do you guys plan on coming out to Pennsylvania or close? Would we would love to ride with y'all.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You wanted questions.
I don't know. I thought Pennsylvania.
Well, we were just in Pennsylvania a little bit.
I know.
When we went up to Laconia, which was a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I'm not even. I got this West Coast vibe now. Sure, not fitting in, but that's another thing. You know, we're gonna be cutting down, riding the coastline. Really looking forward to that, and I'm excited about getting into California. Maybe a little bit. Got a lot of buddies down there. We got a lot of buds down in Cali. I'm excited to see everybody. But to ride down into California, yeah, it was like Times Square. You know, you get everybody like, oh, you better watch it when you get in Times Square. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We did it and came out, and I was like, cool, did it. So
it was fun.
I'm excited to see California.
Original Jimbo on YouTube here says, I really like the picture where you guys were holding up the water tower. Too funny. So that was riding into Amarillo, Texas. That
shot was so much fun. We were running the Guinness World Longest Poker Run, and we were fixing to get to the hotel right there. And everybody was dragging because we've been running pretty hard and hot. It's been hot last days before that, but that day there was just a great day, man.
It was a lot of fun.
The moment before that, the dude came out over the overpass with the 2 flags in his golf cart. Steph and I have been running fast, man. Been running hard. And stopping at the casino, I think that's the day we gambled and stuff. And we had a lot of fun that day. And the bike was running good. We were running good. All the kids were doing good, you know, and everything in the universe was just perfect that day. And we had so much fun getting that picture. And it took 45 minutes every bit of minutes to get that shot.
Let's talk about this. This shot, like you were saying, took 45 minutes. I had to go set up the tripod that we carry in the bike. I had to tell him where to position himself, move his arms where they needed to be, and then I had to run over there in front of the frame to get the shot. This picture took a while to take, and it only has 641 likes.
It's crazy.
Versus,
this is great.
Versus this picture that we just talked about.
Yellowstone.
We were just standing in front of
2 seconds.
In front of the Ornery sign, and it has almost 1,100, almost double the likes.
So you wonder,
it didn't take near as long.
No, in the post and the caption, you sometimes wonder if that's what does it, or maybe it's just a recognition of Yellowstone, and you rode your bike and I don't know.
It's just that Instagram's algorithm makes no sense.
I don't know. Who really knows what's behind the likes? You just never know.
I don't know.
You only got like half a second to get somebody to like it, though. Pretty crazy.
But then also in the same fact, the same picture and same post can do really super good on Instagram and not do crap on Facebook.
Or the opposite.
Or complete opposite the next day. So it's like, I don't know. Like, we're trying to put something out there on every single platform.
We really have. We've been working hard at going live and stuff, but here in the last couple of days, we've had no service to do that. But we're having so much fun doing it, like the chase of the next the better picture that you took yesterday, or
it's a scavenger hunt.
It is.
It's like,
and then our videos. So we've been trying to do different points of view from the camera. We've been trying to better ourselves in giving you the view that we're seeing, or maybe a better one, and we're learning, you know. And then I'm also learning what to say, when to say it, and not to say so and but so much. And we talked about that in the video the other day too, about a lot of you guys, a lot of you ladies out there are talking about doing, and you are doing vlogging, and the importance to be able to speak and say the right words and remember all your things. It can be overwhelming, and luckily I have a good editor-in-chief that takes care of a lot of bloopers.
Who's that?
Huh?
Is she for hire?
She's pretty smoking hot, though.
Because I need some help.
If she puts out.
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah. So it's, it's like for what we're doing, we're not just riding a motorcycle. And it's not just Steph and I going, fuck it. We're just going to go wherever the wind takes us, and we're just going to do whatever the hell we want to. Now, that is us. And that's who we are, and it's everything was based off has been that way. But it's turned into like we're getting such a kick out of it now. So to be able to create the content and produce the content and deliver, it's truly, you guys are seeing us evolve right in front of your eyes. And I don't know if a lot of people have well, a lot of you guys have followed us from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And you may just be following us, but if you're just now tuning into us and seeing us for the first time, from this point to where we've begun, holy shit, we have done a lot of improvement, and we have done a lot as far as platforms, website, YouTube, our TikTok, our sponsors. We have amazing sponsors, and all you ornery asses, the community that we've built there, it's pretty remarkable. And the hard work is nonstop from the time we open our eyes until we go to sleep. And then Steph and I will wake up and say, hey, I had a dream, or hey, I thought of something. And then, we're on to the next thing. It's like right now, you guys know we did that up to Laconia, went to Mustang seats and hog rock and all that. On that trip, I was talking about going to Sturgis, and they were wanting us to do that poker run, which we said we'd do, and we did. And I said, that's not big enough. Let's go bigger. So we're talking about doing the ride that we're doing right now before we got back. Now, I'm on this ride. I'm talking about next year. And I've already been talking to people about next year and what we're going to do. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be grander. We're going to be pushing the envelope. And when I say pushing the envelope, we're talking about comfort, mentally, physically, financially. And we're going to, if it was to be able to play out like what's in my head, it'll be a badass year next year. And we got some shit to show you.
Yeah. Speaking of sponsors, so we are going to be going to Born Free, and then Four Corners, and then, of course, Hot Springs Bike Fest.
That's right.
But if any of you guys are going to be there, make sure you come find us. I'm going to post where we'll be at during the rally like we did in Sturgis. But we do have a few gift cards from Custom Dynamics. So if you guys are at the rally and you guys are running Custom Dynamics, we want to show that off. So I encourage you guys to be on the lookout. And do you know if you're going to give away both of them at Born Free?
I'll probably get one. Yeah, I'll probably get one at Born Free. I'll probably get one at Four Corners. And then at Hot Springs, you're going to get a hug.
Okay, well, yeah, there's only two, so they'll have to deal with a hug at Hot Springs.
Well, maybe. Okay. We'll see. One way or the other, yeah, we'll give them out. You guys come see us. We want to say thank you so much, Custom Dynamics. Yes. Y'all so good to us. Definitely families. We enjoyed hanging out with you guys, as well as Legend Suspension. You guys brought us in, made us feel like home. If you guys don't know, that bike is totally rigged out with custom dynamic lighting. We need it every day, every night. We use it. We depend on it. Along with our Legend Suspension guys, we're running, like I said, hard, long, fast, and mean. I don't know. A lot of weight, really fast, and we're covering a lot of ground. And It makes a big difference having good suspension on that bike. Go check out your suspension. Go check out Legend Suspension. As well, taking care of our ass, Mustang seats. Holy shit, guys. That seat changed a lot for us. And then you combine it with these other products that we're talking, along with the KST bars. If you guys don't know, I'm running the KST 14-inch fully adjustable spearhead from the Vanguard collection. We'll be talking more about KST. We're going to be doing something with KST when we get back and get everything set up. Good bunch of people out there. Wow, impressive. They're doing a lot. And then we move right into someone else, another group of people, another company, Memphis Shades. They're knocking it out of the fucking park, guys. We run their 6.5-inch windshield with their handguard. I've definitely been needing those handguards the last couple of days. We've been running tight with a bunch of cars and a lot of loose gravel, and I've heard it multiple times pinging off my handguards. Love all the products. And then, guys, if you don't know, we're running that Rick Rack system with that bag on the back. So it's quick detach, no straps needed. Rick Rack, that's played in well. Of course, we ran that for many, many, many miles, just beating the shit out of that old bag. And then I just want to kind of say a big thank you to Pig Trail Harley Davidson there in Rogers. They got a remote store there in Eureka Springs too. Guys, we sure do miss you. We can't wait to be home at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. That'll be coming up. I know Kyle and all the boys and ladies there at Pig Trail Harley Davidson are gearing up, going to do something amazing. Fine bunch of people. Now that dealership is built by family and ran by a bigger family. Trust them. Trust me. Go check out Pig Trail Harley Davidson. And then Ride the Ozarks. We're bringing it right on to Harrison, Arkansas. We're born and raised, and we stayed for most of our days. We'll be doing our rally there, and we want a big old shout out to Matt and Larry. Hope y'all are doing good and doing grand things. We'll be doing more with y'all next year. We'll be showcasing Arkansas, because if you guys don't know, we are the Arkansas Motorcycle Ambassadors.
I was going to say Matt and Larry are in Chicago right now. Representing Arkansas in the motorcycle tourism community.
Y'all be good.
Yeah, behave while you're out there. Very cool. Terry wants to know, do you ship to the UK? We do ship to the UK if you're asking. If we do, we will ship wherever you want us to.
Absolutely.
And I did put a post out there for the members to let me know if you have not received like your member stickers. We have stickers just for the members. We have some koozies and stuff like that we send out to you guys. So definitely let us know if you had not received those and you're a member.
Yeah, and absolutely, guys. You guys are doing the big things for us. Thank you guys so much. All you members out there are hanging in there with us. It means a lot to us.
Yes.
And another thing, guys, we've been working on, talking a little bit. You're looking at this magnificent beard here. Steph and I have been really working hard with a buddy. So now we are in cahoots, and we do own some beard products called Hillbilly Beards. You guys go check their website out, and you can go see it on our website as well. And we have some fragrances that is more to my liking that I kind of came up with that we've been working on.
Yes, there is a Ornery One scent that is rolling out. It's not posted on the website as of yet.
Okay.
But you can find the link. It's called Hillbilly Beards on our website, theorneryone.com, and then also on hillbillybeards.com.
Yeah, and they got a Facebook too. They got an Instagram. We're working on a lot of things there. Well, we got a green box over there.
Terry Stevenson, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. We sure do like a green box. We like a big old thick ass
I thought you were going to say green butt. It sounded
depending
like
on what you said. You can go ahead with my ramble there if you want to.
No, you go for it.
We appreciate you becoming an ornery ass. We're like a big old thick ass here on the ornery asses. We just made that old ass get bigger. Like Montana. Big old skyline. Ooh, can't stop staring at you, baby.
Oh my goodness.
I do like it. I'd stay up here longer, but we got to make our way on down to the West Coast and ride that. What is it? What?
PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway.
All right, we got to go ride the coast. We got to get on down there. Montana, I'll be back.
So Dennis Riddle, A, raise hell and eat cornbread, by God.
I love cornbread. Are you talking about regular cornbread or sugar cornbread?
Sweet cornbread.
Yeah, it's got sugar in it, you know what I mean.
Double A says, my wife doesn't want me to grow a beard again, so I'll probably do it anyway.
Yeah, defiancy. That's how you make a woman love you even more.
That's too funny.
We had a real fucking odd message the other day. It kind of knocked the fucking socks off me. Steph, I know you can't remember, but you could probably quote it close enough to get the drift. You know what I'm talking about? The old boy with his wife said she cut my beard off. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. I think we were live. Anyways, he said that his wife was
from overseas,
Indian or I can't remember. But she said if she was married to you, she said that she would cut your beard while you were sleeping. She said. And that's, yeah, made him cry. He was like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, good God, woman. I'm sleeping. Why are you going to come at me when I'm sleeping? What's
Guys,
the next
my
thing
laptop screen just glitched like 3 times. Yeah, and I think it's from being in the saddlebag and riding like so many miles.
Is it is it charging?
Yeah. I just hope my laptop screen doesn't.
If we were to lose that laptop, we'd be in a lot of fucking trouble.
I know.
The other day, we're laying down. I had my head on her head. That's usually where I end up, and she rubs my head and I go to sleep. But we heard this. I did, and she jumped, and the magnet plug-in that goes on the side of the laptop there came unplugged, and of course, electricity shot out. It made a big buzz and lit up. And lucky it didn't blow my ear off. But yeah, I mean, that laptop, everything that we got, it's been taking a beat on this trip. So that'll be the fucking next thing, right? Come on, laptop, hang in there.
120074 says, sleep with one eye open.
No shit, man. Gonna cut my beard off when I sleep.
Salty O'Malley. My wife is currently deployed, and I was wondering if it would be possible to buy a signed shirt from you guys. She's a huge fan. Yeah. Hell yes.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me her name and all that, and I will make him write her a love note, write her a love song.
I'll tell you what, man. I appreciate her. It'd be hard, to be away from home. Whew.
Yeah, it would be.
So after this, you send me a message and tell me what you want to write on a shirt, what shirt you want, what size. You ain't got to pay for shit. We'll send it to you. We sure do appreciate it.
Yes, for sure. It's oh my goodness. Kahuna. Rodney. Yeah. The tears. He's just a crybaby. A big teddy bear. And I love that.
Oh, shit.
It has been a very, very full day.
Well, I'm just thinking,
But it's cool to see.
We don't get into politics, and I'm not going to get into politics, but we do know there's a lot going on right now. We know a lot of people are doing a lot of things, to take care of stuff. And me, I'm not a military. I've never been in the military. Had Papa, and me stormed the beaches of Normandy, and he was a bad motherfucker. I'm brought up with that. Means a lot to me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alice Face Mullet says Ornery One looks like the dude on the Kansas greatest hits album cover.
I don't know what that is. Should we look?
I'm gonna have to Google it before we sign off.
God, I hope he's good looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kansas. Greatest hits.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Well, Damon's got more hair now. So good for him.
Do you see the resemblance?
I'm not going to try to reenact that.
You have to do is open your mouth real big.
No.
And I'll pull this like this.
I know what happens when I open my mouth around you.
My finger goes in it.
We have this real, well, it's a person that Steph went to school with all her life. She's kind of a fancy person. And
she's a little bougie.
She's a little bougie. Yeah, put it nice. It's a pretty little thing. She's from home. Just, pretty simple where we're from. But her mom and dad, and I guess her mom and dad are divorced, but they've done pretty good for themselves. And this little old thing, she's ending up in New Orleans down there doing whatever she's doing, loving life. And like I said, she's just cute as pie. But a few years ago, we were going to go down there to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, and we did. We love it down there. And Steph reached out to her, and she said, "Hey, I'd like for y'all to stay with me. I got a little room here that I rent out on Airbnb, and I'll let you guys have it." We said that'd do, and we got down there, and we stayed with her. And she had a boyfriend, and we kind of got to know him. We still know he's a good friend of ours now. But, they just didn't really get along. They were always at each other's throats. The whole time we were down there, they'd bitching at each other. And then I got to drinking, and I started picking on them. Well, I started stirring the pot just a little bit between them and thought it was funny. She got annoyed at me and just said some shit. Well, didn't really piss me off at the moment, but I thought about it over the night. I thought, well, I'm going to get her back. And I didn't know how I was going to get her back, but I'm pretty ornery that way. So later that evening, we went to on a parade, and Steph and I would get all dressed up and being goofy asses like usual, and all of us were. And we got to drinking, coming back, and she got to running her mouth, being a little mouthy, little shit. And when she opened her mouth and said something, she was yelling stuff. I took my old finger and I stuck it down her throat. And she's kind of pristine kind of person, When I did that, she went to hacking and coughing and spitting and puking. And she turned into a little spitting, cussing girl from the Ozarks. All of a sudden, I seen her come out. And it just tickled me to death to take that little something like that and make her do something like that. And I've always, just tickled the shit out of her. Somebody opens her mouth, I stick my finger in her mouth. You can't do that right now. It's COVID. You kill somebody, right? But ever since then, if I open my mouth, Steph, she'll stick her finger down my throat. And
or if you're yawning, I'll put my finger in your mouth.
Oh, God, that's my favorite. You yawn, I'm going to get something in your mouth.
Because usually when you yawn, you close your eyes.
Yeah, not around me.
Perfect
you
timing.
yawn with one eye open around me because you'll get a finger in your mouth. So that's the story behind the finger in your mouth.
So you don't want to open your mouth around me.
Well, I do cause a little hell when I'm around, don't I?
Sometimes.
I had a good time last night. I had a couple old boys I was picking on. They got a little crazy there. They shut down at midnight there. It was about 11:30, and Steph and I was feeling really good. And getting to know everybody at the bar. And little chick came walking in. They were pretty shit-faced. They were looking for a good time. Of course, Steph and I were keeping the good music on the jukebox. They got to dancing, cutting rug, and showing her stuff off. The boy beside me, he was hitting on the old chick behind the counter, and she just cute as could be. She likes us because we're Southerners. He started liking us too, warming up to us, and I could tell he was searching for something, a little bit of love. So I said, "What about the chick just walked in?" He goes, "Well, I'm not into that." And I said, "Why not? She's happy. She's go-lucky." He goes, "Well, I don't know. I like the thing behind the bar there." And I said, "Well, you ain't gonna go nowhere with that." Now, he didn't believe me, and he kept on hitting on that little chick for another 15, 20 minutes. He'd been doing it all night. She kept shooting him down. She's sweet as could be about it, but he couldn't take the hint. Finally got a little upset and he walked outside and I tell him, I didn't know if maybe he's just going to leave or something. I don't know. Now he turned back around and going to give him another shot. And I said, why don't you just let me help you a little bit? Well, he kind of shook his head a little bit like a yes and kind of a no. I yelled at that little redhead and told her to come here. Oh, fuck thing. Because when I said come here, she thought I meant I was going to dance with her. And she grabbed my hand and jerked me up, spun me around, and made my head start spinning. She was spinning me just like a top. I was hanging in there all I could. Steph was looking at me, laughing at me. Bart, keep behind, was laughing at me. She knew what was coming. They knew each other. So I made my way back over to the bar, and I got that buddy of mine that I just met. And I said, come here. Now she's right and ready. Why don't you take her on a stroll? And he's like, no, I can't handle her. And I was like, yeah, you can. Just hang on a minute. So he sat there, and I got her kind of shut down because she wouldn't stop talking. Kind of like me right now. And he got embarrassed, and she didn't have nothing to be embarrassed about. She was just all about it. So I thought I'd break the ice, and he said something to her, and she didn't understand. And then they got to talking. They didn't hear each other. A lot of noise. And I said, hey, he said he wanted to see your tits. And she said, well, hell, if I'd known that, I'd show you. I ain't got much, but what I got's all yours. And she flopped that top off, and she saw the little nipples bouncing everywhere. His eyes got about that big around, and all of a sudden he decided she was all right. And they hugged up on each other after she got her shirt on. And Steph and I drank her last drink, made her way out the door, and I seen him going the other direction down the road there.
Matchmaker.
Yeah, I really am a little Cupid.
I'm going to get you a little Cupid outfit with a little bow and arrow.
Yeah. So.
Little wings.
I don't know what happened this morning, but I sure was thinking about when I got screwed.
You're so funny.
There was a lot of talk for the lead up to the screw.
That was a lot of talk.
We definitely got screwed today here in Montana.
The power of boobies.
The power of boobs. We'll catch up any comments over there tomorrow.
Clinton Hawks. It was great meeting you guys too. He said it was great to meet you guys. Mike, Big Easy Rider, ever seen the Ornery One without a beard? Yep. So there's a little bit of a story about why he has a beard.
God, yeah. So I do this for public safety. Because I am super, if you guys have hung around me, you know what's fixing to come out of my mouth. I'm super good looking underneath this beard. And if I shaved it off, it'd be a riot. Because the girls would come running for miles and miles. Montana would empty out to this place we're at here with all the women looking for me.
So you're doing a public service.
Yes, I am. I do look better with a beard. I got a little old bitty round face.
Bill Turner says TJ in a diaper with a bow and arrow. Priceless.
Boy, I'll tell you, a couple times I've needed a diaper here lately.
It's too funny.
Running hard.
Brandy said so does Luke.
Luke, yeah. Yeah.
Not a diaper, but
yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Just how it is.
Yeah. Terry, gonna have to leave you all, guys. Thanks for the entertaining and education and all things writing. Stay safe, everyone. Too funny. I did pin a comment up here because Brandy said that when Rodney said the power of boobies, Brandy said, I carry the power of the booty.
Yes, you do, Brandy. You do have a booty that the person's not going to miss.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Lots of good stuff. I'm so glad that all of you guys are tuning in. Tomorrow we're going to try and cover some ground because of course today we went a whole 72 miles. We've got let's see, today is August 20th. So we need to be in LA by the 27th. And we want to, of course, go a route that is going to take us through the Redwoods, the Sequoia National Forest. We want to see giant trees. I think there's Avenue of the Giants. That's possibly around Eureka, California, but I'm not for sure if we're going to be able to cut across to Eureka and down because there's a little bit of other, it's just all up in the air now. You guys knew that we were going to go to Portland and stay with our buddy for a couple of days, but that is not going to work out. So we're trying to reroute and not actually go into Portland unless we absolutely have to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the towns there on the east or on the western coast are really touristy and expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to watch that and route it to make it worthwhile, but also
plus I
within
just
our
went
budget.
and looked at the hashtags about Portland. As we got closer, I started doing a little research looking into Portland. Yeah, you know, may not be my cup of tea. I do what I want. I do what I want. So we're able to change our mind at any given moment.
Yes. Salty O'Malley, thank you so much for your super chat. Here's to you guys. Hope nothing but the best for you too. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
that.
Sure do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Bottom of my heart.
Thank
Sure enough.
9mm James wants to know how's the bike doing since the codes popped up or since the oil light came on.
Hadn't missed a lick. I was really concerned about that. You see me in that video, pulled over. Called picture of Harley Davidson, here are her mechanics, Larry, cleared that out. And it hasn't missed a lick. That old bike's just been, I've been, I don't overwind it. I maintain it, and we try to just not beat it up, but it is a machine, and we run the hell out of that thing. It's done really well. That old M8's still tugging and pulling hard, sounding amazing. Today I was just loving the tone of it. But no, we haven't had an issue one. Just one of those things that popped up. They said sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get a screw in your tire too.
And it's $475.
A little costly.
Let's see. Larry Blevin, stay away from Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco. Mike, Big Easy Rider, how many miles on the Road Glide?
$44?
I think it's like a little over 41,000.
40.
Sorry, guys.
So let's say 42, somewhere around in there. Yeah. And we went over service on this by a little bit. Well, quite a bit, actually. Should have had it done in Sturgis, but I just had enough Sturgis, and we cut and run.
Well, one thing was when we
hit a Sunday, which we couldn't get service, and then we needed to push on.
Monday.
And then it turned into that, So then we hit Yellowstone, Harley Davidson, and had a good experience there at Yellowstone, Harley Davidson. And they got right to it and took care of some other little minor things that I need to take care of. And it didn't take but about an hour and a half. I was back out on the road. And today at Grizzly, Harley Davidson here too, had a great experience. They got us right in. I had to put the stock Dunlop on, which I'm not happy about. I don't necessarily like the stock ones. I like the elites. That's what we do run, but I couldn't be picky, So we had a great experience there. They got us in. I think we was in and out. It wasn't very long. It just took us longer this morning to get situated, to get back on the road, and then reroute to get back down here. So, the old bike's doing good.
Nancy Weems, ride hard, stay safe. Thank you so much, Nancy. Looking forward to meeting up with Weems Motors, Flip, Gnaw.
Flip
Gnaw. Now every time we go around like the national parks and awesome roads and there's no guardrails, I'm like, Flip would love this.
Flip, yeah. So we'll be seeing Flip. If you guys don't know who Flip is, he's got a YouTube channel and get all the social medias too. We met him on Guinness World Record run, the poker run. So thought he was just super fucking awkward. He is super fucking awkward. There's no doubt about it. He's just an odd dude.
He's so fun.
I mean, what do you expect? He hangs around Shade Tree, you know, super weird. But we just rode and got to hanging out, and we're all kind of doing the same thing, and just got to start shooting the shit over basically work stuff, what we're doing, and then just kind of pretty buddy, you know. I just take the shit out of him. I love picking on the guy. You know?
He's fun.
Yeah. So he'll
definitely
be down
a friend that we've met. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So we'll be down at Born Free together and hanging out. If you seen on the story the other day, me and him were on the Stag in Eureka Springs and climbed up on it and dumbasses. And if I don't think of it, he will. Kind of one of those dudes, you know. Having a blast, though. And I'm looking forward to seeing him, too. And we're talking about doing some stuff together. His about the same numbers, you know, following and followers and subscribers and all that. We're about the same. It's super cool, too, to watch because his Instagram, he was bigger than us on Instagram when we started. I think we just passed him a little bit. So it's kind of like that cool, fun poke at each other, but in a good way, the fun stuff. So.
Double A, thank you for your super chat. He says, love watching you guys avoid them screws.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. I totally agree. Well, you know, shit does happen, and if that's all that happens, I think we just kind of made good shape. But I sure do appreciate that super chat. That'll go right to paying for that tire today. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, now we need like 18 more.
18 more tires.
18 more super chats to pay for that tire. But
well, I'll tell you what, everything you guys do.
It's bound to happen. I mean, you guys know things like that happen. It's not,
shit happens.
It's not a horrible thing. There goes my screen again. It just left.
Oof. Now that scares me. The screw thing, but that laptop is very expensive. And if we was to, I don't even want to talk about it. If that was to happen,
Salty O'Malley, what's been the most challenging part of your trip?
Ooh, fucking great question.
That is a good question.
We'll stay on here and talk about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Dare to be honest.
Yeah, he's awesome. So.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to say it in a proper way.
Most challenging part of your trip?
Negative forces on social media.
I agree.
So it has nothing to do about the bike, the ride. Absolutely none of this we're unprepared for. Physically, I'm 44 years old and I'm about as tough as I've ever fucking been. Mentally and physically. I can hold up. Steph got her back up on her feet as of now. Mentally and physically, she's about as tough as she's ever fucking been. But then you do talk about the aspect of social media. So as we make our way up in numbers on social media, as well as we become a little bit more known, once you achieve things in life, we all know that there are some people out there that want to take it away, or they want to cast shadow over what you're doing, or maybe question your integrity or who you are. Now, back in the day, when you're younger, maybe a different time, you just whoop a boy's ass and you just get it done. I mean, you move on. But in this time that we live in now, that's just not right. We just don't do that. I'm not saying it ain't right. I'm not saying I would like to do it, but we just don't do that by law. And at the end of the day, it'd probably do nothing but hurt someone, and that someone would be me because we worked so hard to achieve what we've achieved. Mm-hmm. We're very proud of what we've done, and we're not stopping, and we'll never stop. We're just kind of stubborn old hillbillies like that. So,
yeah,
the hardest thing to do for me this trip is to be around people in the industry that I'd rather not be around.
Yeah, we work really, really hard as far as even products and companies that if we don't like something, we don't talk about it. We don't promote it. We don't run with it. And it's the same with people. Mm-hmm. If you're negative or you're drama, we don't want you in our bubble. We don't want you in our positive vibe. We want to keep it separate. We work damn hard for what we have in life and to keep it afloat and keep it all positive and enjoy every single day. But there are people out there that want to take that from you and
in all fairness,
feed off of drama.
Yeah, and in all fairness too, I speak my mind at times, and when I think the time is needed, and I have an influx of people needing a voice, I'm not afraid to be that voice. So, yeah. So we, as I said earlier, if you're seeing a progression of the Ornery One, you truly are seeing a progression of us. You know, and us learning how to cope with things that we're not supposed to have to cope with. But now, with the internet and social media, you kind of.
Speaking of all that, we did make a sticker. You actually made it up before we left. Yeah. If you guys were in Sturgis and seen us, you probably ended up with one. And it says, social media is a trap.
Don't get caught in its web.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool little sticker, and it's so true. With saying that, though, here we are. You know, this is how we make our money. This is how we live, is off social media platforms. And then that gets pretty personal because, you know, this is how we fucking live. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is no act. It's no pretend. We don't have nobody. We're not rich kids. We don't have shit just handed to us. Everything that we have, we've worked, we've fought for. Mm-hmm. And when you start, you know, it's difficult sometimes. And then being able to just, I've done very well, because if you guys know me personally, or if you don't know me, just look at the fucking camera right there, look at your screen. Do I really look like a motherfucker you want to fuck with? I mean, really, I just don't have patience for it. And it's pretty cool that, you know, a person like me can forgive and move on. And some people can't.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Yeah, Nancy, that's a great point. Don't feed the trolls, just block them. So we have had to block a few people in this last couple of weeks. And
yes, we have.
I'm sure that will be said something or another because we blocked them. But it's not about them all the time. This is our channel and this is our life. Yeah. And we don't want that negative.
Yeah, and our channel is about them. Or why would we be sitting here? Because if we didn't have y'all watching us, it wouldn't be us on
so
here.
Salty, that was a very good question.
Salty.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, salty. Love it.
All right, guys. Well, we've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to call the shots here and say we are signing off because I'm really drained and I'm just tired. And we're going to cover some ground tomorrow. Like I said, we would need to be in LA area by next Thursday, next Friday at the latest. So we're going to cover some ground tomorrow and sign off.
Yeah, guys. So with everything being said there, I hope you respect it and respect us for being us and accept us for us being us.
Yes.
Studio
1959.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So what you're going to be seeing in the upcoming week, we'll be making our way down to Born Free like we were talking about. And then after that, we'll be leaving, making our way up to Durango, Colorado, there for the Four Corners Rally. Then after that, we'll be making our way back home to the natural state there in Hot Springs, Arkansas, to do the rally there. And then we'll be making our way back to Rogers. And then in like 2 weeks after that, we'll be doing Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. And then doing our rally there at home in Harrison, Arkansas, by the Ozarks Rally there. So that's what you're going to be seeing all along the way. We'll be posting on our stories. We'll be making posts. We'll be going live on different platforms. But every Friday night, depending on where we're at that 7 o'clock time zone, we'll be going live. We'll be going live with all of you ornery asses soon. Please be patient with us. We can't really do our drawing. We'll probably just go live with you guys and chill.
Yeah, we owe you guys 2 drawings.
And we're good for it. We got the stuff at home, but we just don't have the capability of carrying everything with us. So we appreciate all you guys. If you guys don't know, you can become an honorary ass. We really appreciate it if you would, because we want a big old thick ass, like I'm saying earlier. Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for tuning in and chiming in with us. We're loving Montana. In love with Montana. We'll be making our way out of the state tomorrow, though, getting down to, hell, I don't know. We'll see where we end up tomorrow when we end up there. Thank you guys so very much for each and every one of you that super chatted and super sticker. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support on all of our social media platforms. El Buffalo has a YouTube channel there. I was going to do a little shout out. Go check out El Buffalo and his wife. She's cute as me. I like to meet her. I hope we get to you guys taking that channel a little bit. All you guys that we've been on the road, it's been really fun. We can't wait to meet the rest of y'all out there somewhere. Until then, y'all stay hungry. And go check out my beard supply stuff.
Beard supplies.
Yeah. Hillbilly Beards. Go buy some shit. I need it. Buy a shirt too. I got some shirts. Ornery1.com.
What email do we send our video, What's Between Your Legs? You can combine if you'd like. Yes, for sure. Email is tj@theorneryone.com or stephanie@theorneryone.com or on social media, for sure.
That's right, guys. All right, 75 people go to bed. 77 people, y'all go to bed or go get a drink. And if you get a drink, think of me. And if you have a baby, name it after me.
You just went from 77 to 80. 81.
I was talking about baby talk. Anytime we said baby or kitty cats, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I might have a free puppy. Are y'all watching?
Yes.
French Bulldog. Y'all know who you are. You just had puppies. You were drunk the other night and told me you didn't have one.
Just got married.
Your husband said you couldn't give away, but I'll still take one. I'd love to have me a little Frenchie.
Good night, guys.
See y'all. Y'all stay on here.